crazy, insane Colorado ZR2 with 33s from the factory and a bunch of other goodies that Chevy decided to include on this next generation. But why do this? I guess just to give me something to do. So let's fix that. The Colorado is the opposite of trash, but this chrome logo is. So we're putting it where it belongs. Nice. One more. Done. All right, now it's time for some quality, nice and easy, and cost-effective upgrades to the Yukon. Sealight sent me out their S2S series headlights. Packaging looks really cool. Let's give them a quick install. These definitely look like a big upgrade. And apparently the way I pop my hood is by pulling the cable and then shutting my door. You can definitely see here side-by-side comparison. It's a 1-to-1 ratio, same size, quick connect, super simple. Nothing has changed. This is like a 30-second install to do a complete overhaul to your vehicle. And this goes for old vehicles, new vehicles, whatever. And the side-by-side speaks for itself. These aren't some corny, like cheap made headlights. The quality's there and they fit perfectly. You don't know how many times I've tried to buy aftermarket headlights and they don't fit correctly. With these S2s, there's none of that. They lock in place and work perfectly. And the nighttime test speaks for itself. Like I said, the price is amazing. And get your old 90 Chevy, 2005 Camry, or even the 2023 Colorados, which I heard are still coming with halogen headlights, into the future with these crisp, clear LEDs. Use my coupon code on the screen right now for a fat discount. And if you wouldn't mind hitting the link just to check out their storefront, because they see that, so it helps me out a ton if you guys just get some traffic over there. So yeah, hit that link, help me out, help them out for supporting the channel. And thank you guys so much for all your love and support. Sealight, check them out. I don't know what it is about this truck that makes me appreciate just the vibe of the seasons and nature. There's no reason for it, no rhyme or reason. It just, for some reason, takes me back, which is weird because my family never owned, as far as I know, an old Chevy or a GMC. But I'm telling you, these machines are just such a cool vibe. It is late summer. My wife did a great job with this one. I want to take a little bit of a dive here and see what all the damage is and why they only had it priced at $500 and were so eager to sell it to my wife to give to me for such a low price. In this condition, face value, I'd say you could get around $4,000 for this machine, running, driving, and in the shape that it's in. For one, doesn't have a muffler, so let's fix that. The previous owner of this thing said that it had an exhaust leak, so I went under here to check what that might mean. And yeah, I would say that's a pretty healthy exhaust leak, just dumped. I don't even think this thing has cats. All of you know what time it is. Sawzall time. This blade is massive. So the objective here is to cut off that clean metal. Well, as clean as I can get. New muffler is on. Still have to run a pipe from the back here to the tailpipe. Oh yeah, I'd say she's quieter. I'd say she's definitely quieter. Breaking news! Probably the biggest giveaway we've ever done. Dual giveaway to win the High Country and the Bronco. And I'm gonna get you off the bench and into the game. And I'm gonna do that by giving you either one of these trucks or both, plus up to $60,000 in cash. And if that's not enough to sweeten the deal, times 25 entries right now. This giveaway is winding down, almost over. Buy anything on the screen, anything, from the first link down in the description, and I can hand you the keys to both of these rides and put a cool $60,000 in your pocket. That's right, I'm offering you inflation immunity. Everyone else is struggling out there. We're all having a tough time with the way that the world's going. And the opportunity, the hand I'm giving you right now to pull you out of that ditch is a key tag for $5 or one of my awesome shirts. And it gets you one of the baddest Chevys on the market and up to $60,000 cash in your pocket for your next house, modifications, whatever you want to do with it. I don't care. I just got to get rid of it. I got to get rid of this $60,000. So let me give it to you, plus a truck worth over $100,000 and a Bronco worth $50 more. You can sell them. I don't care. Buy your dream home. Put it in the stock market and make millions. Whatever you want to do with it is fine. And all I require is you buy one of my little stickers, shirts, key tags, all my cool products here. It's a new RF Racing merch, and I'll change your life. Simple as that. Thank you guys so much for the support. Any products bought benefit the channel directly. And to return the favor, I want to change one of your lives. But I can't do that unless you get in the game. Time's running out. Let me give you that phone call to change your life. Good luck. Other problems with it. Well, it has great tires for what it is. I mean, usually you have these things and there's just nothing left. There's a good, like, I'd say 10,000 miles on that thing before you even have to think about worrying about other tires. 2, does the 4-wheel drive work? Well, on my way to test 4-wheel drive in a nice safe location, I found this tree. So now we actually have to test 4-wheel drive because I'm literally stuck. Now I think with a, ooh, maybe not. I was gonna say with a couple more back and forths, I think I could hop over it. But that IFS is a little aged, so we're not gonna take any chances. Also, why does it do that? After it idles for a little bit, it starts to like, it gets like a weird arrhythmia going, and then all of a sudden it kicks into like a different idle speed and fixes itself. I don't know. One problem at a time. Maybe we should get unstuck first, Bobby, before we start asking questions. These OBS's door panels always are like this for whatever reason. These clips break. Luckily, just ordered a bunch of new ones, so we're gonna be slapping these on here and getting this all fixed up. If these ever break in the future, I can just reorder these because they're like 50 cents on Amazon for like 10 of them. Good as new. The only thing I noticed while driving it after we got the muffler fixed was it seems like the transmission is a little clunky. It seems second and third gear, if you let off the gas, normally that helps the transmission. This, it really just seems to want to buck into that gear. I'll have to check the transmission fluid, see if that's an issue. Hopefully it's a simple fix. Aside from that, I think I can get transmissions for these for relatively cheap. But that always brings up the question, do you want to put money into a machine that isn't really worth it? Well, so far, this one seems like a great candidate to get an overhaul done, fresh coat of paint, fix the rust, all that jazz. Because the rust on the outside isn't that bad. Those are typical rust spots, cab corners, all that stuff has already been addressed, the rockers and everything. So all that can be fixed for typical rust has been, for the most part. One issue we had that was pretty minor was this truck would smell extremely musty and just humid in here. The seats were damp. And then one day after a ton of rain, I checked, the cup holder was full of water. And the cause for that was because the door seals are pretty good. Up here was a massive gaping hole. So ran a bead of caulk here in this little body line, and here was the hole right here, and I'm assuming water ran back in here, just drained on the inside, got everything wet. And even though we fixed the problem, doesn't mean that the lasting effects aren't solved. It smells pretty good in here though because of my air freshener, the RF Racing air freshener. Check this out, limited supply, final restock on that. We have like one little box left, and there's not many in a box. So if you want a cheap way to enter to win the giveaways, hit that up. It smells great. It's just like a fresh, clean scent. So we got the doors fixed. We got the air freshener in here making everything smell super fresh. We got the leak fixed, new LED headlights. The engine had a ton of grease everywhere inside of the engine bay because of the power steering leaking, that hose that we replaced on it. So there's a new power steering, high pressure hose on that. Sprayed that down, made everything nice, dry, and clean on the inside. There's like not a speck of grease. And then one of our final issues being solved here with the muffler being installed makes this truck a lot quieter, but not too quiet. So really like this. I'd say that was a good addition. Definitely well worth it. Wait a minute.
Flappin' Flotsam, what's that?
That's right. We have a massive, massive hole in the frame. I would have loved to have taken this thing off the jump, but I mean, are you kidding me? And there's just so many loose pieces in here that have already come apart. Just horrible. So huge hole in the frame on this side. There might be one on that side. I haven't really looked, but that's so horrifying. This thing's scary to drive now at this point. I mean, that is a brutal hole. Just a definite common spot for rust to form and holes to form on these frames. It's going to be tough to patch that. I mean, really tough to patch that. And it looks like we have a slight little leak here of something. Wonder if that's transmission fluid. We'll see if we have a bad seal somewhere. One problem at a freaking time though. Holy smokes. That is not good. That frame damage is not good. Yeah, incredibly unsafe. Now, I'm filming this section weeks into the future from the last one because we had so much stuff going on with the Colorado 02. I do want to see though if this thing fires up after sitting for so many weeks. Got my Philly Fanatic, got that at a yard sale. All right, let's see if this starts up. 2 weeks, excess power battery. Never a doubt that this thing wouldn't have started. No, you just never know. Whenever they get over like 20 years old, 30 years old, you just never know if they're gonna fire up or not. So the OBS, where do we go from here? Do we continue the build with such extensive problems? Frame damage is just such a tough one. And if I can repair it, I've never done something like that before, see if we can shave back to clean metal. Wintertime's coming up. I don't have a garage, so that just makes stuff even harder. I also don't have a lift. I have to get one. or I mean find someone that has one, and see if we can rectify this problem, because it's, I mean, I've said it enough that how serious this is, but those of you know who are automotive guys, that's a, man, that's a risky frame damage right there. That could snap at any moment. And pretty much what's holding the whole right side of the truck together then is just like the body mounts and up in the IFS and back on the rear axle. So not the best. I don't want to be going 90 miles an hour. Not that I would do that, but I mean, we all go 70, 80 miles an hour on the highway. To have a catastrophic failure like that would not be the safest. But again, you guys got to remember, this truck was $500. My wife Tressa got me this from her coworker who's sitting in the backyard for a couple of years. Got her flexed out here. For 500 bucks, I think this is still an insane deal. Running, driving, four-wheel drive working. But at what point, because I'm sure a lot of people watching this can agree that that is a good deal, at what point does it become not a good deal? I want to know that down in the comments. $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. Where's the cutoff where you're no longer paying for this two-door 90s classic? Honestly, even with that, I think I would go up to $3,000, just my personal opinion, because I think these are going to go up in value. The square bodies are almost impossible to find now unless you want to do a ridiculous overhaul. These are a dime a dozen, extremely cheap, and people are catching on to the fact that they're reliable, affordable, and readily available. But pretty soon, I just think that's not going to be the case. So yeah, let me know about that down in the comments. I think I'm going to get it fixed up. I'm a little attached to this thing. I like it a lot, and there's no frowns for me on this channel because I have my Colorado ZR2, which that is by far the best truck I've ever owned. It's only been a little over a month of ownership. It's amazing, and I cannot wait to test it out on some off-road trails. If you're wondering where it's at, and the reason I'm driving this is because it's at the shop right now getting wrapped. The wrap is going on. I'm super nervous to see how it turns out. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting a long time for this wrap, so it's going on right now, and we're just having some fun with the GMC Yukon. Follow me on Instagram, RFRacing717. Likes are always appreciated. If you wouldn't mind slapping a like on this video, it goes a long way. That's how YouTube gauges whether viewers enjoyed the video. It's self-explanatory. Thumbs up, you like the video. So yeah, thank you guys so much. You've been doing awesome with the likes on all the previous videos. Giveaway for the High Country and the Bronco going on right now. That's going to end very soon, plus $60,000. So you guys know all about that. Hit it up in the description. Don't miss out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time with the GMC Yukon, wrap video should be next. See you guys there.
Just let me fall to my Just let me fall to my grave.